avoid a loser's bracket run at their home major.
And
Taking a look
Embassy.
at the maps here, Allie.
And
How do we
Embassy.
see
Like,
things
that's it.
breaking
You're just
down
like,
here
we
in the
don't
best
want
of
it.
five?
I see a lot of square up happening when it comes to this
Hotel,
lineup.
Silo,
Hotel
Telem,
Control, I'm a
Mikado,
little
Mikado.
surprised Texas is deciding
I'm
to
okay
put
with
into
this.
this
And they got rid
lineup
of
simply
Fortress
because
and
they're
Hydro.
the worst attacking
The
team
no
in the
Fortress
league right
cheese.
now. So they're kind of
I'm
pushing
okay
the
with
luck
that.
against a map that favors heavily.
Yeah, I will say Silo is terrifying, but it's like pick your poison when you go up
Yeah.
against Atlanta Faze. For Optic, 3-0 with this team
And
on
two
that map,
Mikados
and
at the
Dashy
end.
and Huke are unbelievable, sitting at above 2.5s when it comes to Silo.
Able to capitalize on it. When you took a look
Dan's
at
got
our maps,
the
most of that's
glasses
presented.
on.
I thought Atlanta Faze did a
Ghosty's got
great
the
job of
glasses
just taking
on.
Team B, because that means that they're able to choose that second search and destroy, which is Silo. It's great. They basically get to choose the control as well, and also the map forward. So I think if you are Optic Texas, after suffering that difficult loss versus New York yesterday, you have to come out swinging early into the series, especially in this map number 1, because this is your best hard point. This is where you have to make it happen.
Yeah, well, we talked about it, right? After the loss that Optic Texas suffered versus New York, so many people speculative on how this roster is going to perform. When they faced off against top teams, it's been 3-0 losses. Now they're
first kill.
facing off against the best in
Second,
the CDL
okay.
in Atlanta Faze.
That's 3 dead.
Yeah, to kind of provide a little bit more
You know, last one's
importance,
coming from
right?
the door.
Getting every single storyline, hitting on it from every single direction. How valuable is this opening hard point specifically for Optic?
Oh, it's everything,
That's
man,
4 dead
because
right there.
This
No
is
one
what
from
they
Optic.
need to win.
We
they
do
need to win
spawn.
this in order to have a ground to
There's
stand
some.
on. Because after
yeah, we're
that
split.
difficult loss versus New York, you need to get momentum any way possible. Playing your
Really,
best
no
hard
one's
point in
gonna
this
try and
map one
get
is
on hill
exactly
point?
how
That's
you
what
have
I'm
to
saying.
start it.
You really
But it's
have
not
3
like they
people
have
just
been
like
one of the best
bunched
teams on
up
this
right
map. The
there.
most recent matchup they did play
Like,
against
why?
Toronto
Why are
Ultra,
we not
and the
moving
reason
to
why they
next?
lost is because their setups, once they rotate, you got to
Dude,
make
the
sure you're
whole
playing
team
your
is
life
just
in that
holding
final
hands.
10 to 15 seconds, because if you die in that situation, you're going to spawn all the way across the map. That's what New York were able to do yesterday.
Oh,
Break their
gosh.
setups down. But Optic so far, they look like they're coming out swinging, man. 27 seconds already off P1. They don't have the spawns, but they have a lot of pressure already through Shandy.
Yeah, that's exactly right. No spawns, but they've got the pressure.
Killed him.
Indeed.
Killed him dead.
Trying to get involved. Looks to get involved in the fight. However, he eventually does hit the deck. Now it could be on to Dashy. We talked about the pressure that's on his shoulders, trying to adjust now with Dan Ghosty in the lineup, trying to hit some snaps.
traded, though. That's
Basically
good.
goes for the crossover, sets up Ghosty for the 1v1,
Ghosty
but
killed
it is still
Dashy.
a battle in the point. Everybody is being thrown at this point right now, Jay.
That's 3 down. That's
Oh,
good.
and Optic, they're at least able to find a couple kills and now flip those spawns for Atlanta Faze. So now ATL, they got to cut their losses. You got to get over towards Kitchen. This is going to be a huge one-on-one battle between Ghosty and Simp. Ghosty's going to be here first. He wins that first one, but there's 2 more players here for Atlanta trying to go for that trade.
Yep, Atlanta currently with the numbers. We'll see. This is an opportunity for them. However, Shotzzy ends up hitting a nice
We
long
rotate
range
in,
fight.
we-
Eventually does get traded out, so
Here
the
we
numbers
are.
still somewhat low for Optic as they look to make the rotation now
Wow.
toward Kitchen.
Good
Can they
kill by
lock this
Dashy.
one down?
Come on, Dashy.
A nice gunfight victory there for Bruce as he's able to take away 2.
Are you the Faze killer?
Big
Is
kills
that what's
right there
up?
from Dashy.
Dude,
He finds
Ghosty
those 2
hates
kills.
Dashy.
Atlanta Faze thought that they had the numbers in that
Ghosty
great
hates
situation.
Dashy. That's a
But
second
eventually,
team
Optic
kill.
hold the line. The setup is too strong.
Well
and they're
done.
finding all the kills in the feed.
That's pretty much
they're not
the
making any
first 3
mistakes,
hills
man.
that
They're
you've
not
pretty much
giving up
just
their
taken.
lives for
That's
free.
a really good
Everyone's
start by
playing their
you.
corners. No one's trying to overextend to find some kills. So far, this has been a stellar hard point from Optic.
Yeah, this is a scary start, man. I mean, we're already talking about the importance, the value of that opening hard
Ooh,
point.
okay, so they're
You and
funneling
I
that.
had the first opportunity of this Optic
Okay.
Texas team versus LAG, where they pretty much came out nearly 100-point clubbed the Gorillas in that series.
kill.
A bit of a similar
Going for
start.
next.
However, Atlanta Faze, they get the break for the final 25 seconds just to make that scoreline look a little bit easier, or a little bit better, rather. But I don't know, Jay, for Atlanta Faze, this is obviously the focus for them. We're talking about Optic Texas in a multitude of ways, but on the other side of the stage for Faze, pressure for them oftentimes has been questioned
I
around
love
how
it
the
that you
hard
just
point's
see them
going to play.
flying
It's the
through the
mode that
air.
arguably they've
Oh,
been
that's
the
a big
weakest
kill.
on this season.
Oh yeah, without question, man, because if you think about their stats for every single game mode, Hardpoint is the only one that they're currently sitting negative. They are the best team in Search and Destroy. They're around middle of the pack when it comes to control. But Hardpoint is where they definitely need to step on up, because Optic Texas,
Hey,
they're
killing
starting to
death.
run away with this, man. Fully set up, they're in control of the
Why
spawns.
are
They
you
find the
just
kill when it's needed.
jump? Why?
But that's going to be all 4 dead in the feed. Final 30 seconds, Atlanta Faze get the break. But they're not getting any time. Optic's still putting a lot of pressure on this hill.
We've talked about it a lot lately. Obviously, we had the cast yesterday and them versus New York. It feels like the strategy, the game plan isn't
The
trying to play
two-piece
around
by
the
Ghosty,
SMGs.
well
At
done.
least maybe try and get that pace, get that aggression up.
Yeah,
And
they're
so
already
far, for
rotated, I
the
like
first
that.
few hard points, it's really been Optic Texas.
There's no one from Faze.
Kind of overwhelming the likes
Like, I don't
of
get it.
Atlanta
Why
Faze.
was
And
Faze?
so
like, I
far,
mean,
it feels like at every single hard point, it almost feels like a 6v4 based off the way that they have been able to
they're all
circumnavigate the
basically
map.
trailing
But
outer,
as we
except
prepare
for one that's
Restaurant,
gonna be
a
fucking
dicey
going
one
for
indeed
margins.
when it comes down to Hotel. It is Optic there first. Atlanta, their first look at trying to break it, and we look through the eyes of Abezy. A very good perspective to see how
Dashy,
he's
man,
been
he's
able
really
to
on
clean
one
up on
today.
this
I
second,
enjoy
and
it.
from
I'm
there,
glad.
the pressure
Okay.
goes on to MC, but boy, does he love being in spots like this. It could be an early break from Atlanta now.
Oh, Atlanta Faze, they have more bodies.
Good.
All they have to do is win a couple gunfights.
Good job.
Last play you got to focus on is Shotzzy. At least takes down 2. Dashy finds the 3rd, so you have to slow it down now. If you are Slasher, he's the last player here. He gets taken down. We know how scrappy the Dino Hill can be. It's all about the back and forth. As the trades are abound, but if you are Atlanta Faze, at least you're setting yourself up properly. Going over towards that Plaid Hill. It's going to be Cellium. Nice and
Number
early
2,
off the rotation.
Shotzzy.
Huge one-on-one. Going up against Shotzzy
Dashy
across
versus
the map.
Cellium.
Yep. We'll see if he's able to take it. Cellium
Ah.
on the stairs.
You just not hear that?
That's going to be
Yes,
3.
he's using
Cellium,
Jetty.
I'm not sure if he was aware
Yeah, he
of
is.
what he was balancing on when it came down to the rail. Regardless of it, Shotzzy wins that one, and from there, Optic Texas once more put in the
Rotating.
better position. They've also cleared them out of the
Getting
restaurant,
your
so they
kills,
know where
getting
the
the
next
trades.
line of attack is about
We're
to
looking
come
good
from.
so far.
And there's a bunch
but
of
we
cutoff
can't
kills
let
coming as well.
let off the
This lead
gas.
looks to get extended, especially
Come on, like,
if
where is
Shotzzy's able to
everyone?
clean up a few. However, Atlanta,
Ghosty's just
they
like,
run
oh, I'm
straight to the
here.
front door, and they make that objective theirs.
Yeah, they pushed right through the
I feel
front
like he
door.
just wasn't
Even
there
with
for them
Shotzzy
to
winning
get
that
the
huge
direction.
one-on-one gunfight versus him towards kitchen, he cancels that spawn, but the rest of the Atlanta
Right.
players
Good
just
traded.
push right on through the front, able to hit a couple attacks, and are able to find that break. Now with Atlanta only being down 40 points, Cellium with some great shots to eliminate Shotzzy from that back position, finds a snap on towards
This is a hard
Dashy.
hill.
So the
I get
final
it.
15 is potentially going to go in favor of Atlanta. They sort of got themselves right back into this game. You just got to start winning some rotation, because that's 5 out of 6 hills that
Everyone
Optic
better be
Texas
there,
on his
going.
first rotation on hard
Everybody
points.
give up.
They
Number
were
3
able to
right
win
there.
it, so they start off with the initial time, and that's why they currently have the lead.
They do indeed. It is a welcoming sight to see Optic Texas playing as well as they have off the first set of rotations, though, Jay. As we said, the opening hard point is everything, considering that you're facing off against the best
Yeah, that's
S&D
4
team
dead. Good job.
basically in CDL history. Based off
I
of
don't know if
record,
he's
you
still
gotta
there.
come through, walk away with the opening hard point, and they were able to win this Hotel HP last time that these rosters faced off. However, last time it was in game 4. Dashy dropped the 40 bomb, but right now it seems to be a collective effort across the board. How about the new addition and Dan Ghosty, 17 and 13, about to have a minute and a half inside of the hill, doing everything right now for the squad. Faze struggling just to even see P1 right now.
Yeah, that's the biggest thing. You usually don't allow a lot of time to go towards either squad when you're talking about the P1s in Hardpoint, in Modern Warfare 2. But Optic Texas, with a great setup there, able to get basically a full 60 and blow this game wide open. Now it's Atlanta Faze.
Sick,
They
that's
won the
fucking
rotation towards
crazy.
P2 the first go around, but they
Man
just could not get the
flew
proper
into
setup to hold
Spa.
it properly. Optic Texas
Why would
coming
you
out
reach out to
swinging,
that? You have a
full
fucking sub.
collective team unit, almost up by 100 points. They're not messing around today.
No, they're not at all. However,
yeah, but like one good hill right here. Like this is the first time that Faze has been able to hold hill.
Last spawn that he had,
So,
wants
like,
to hop inside of P1 to initiate
Faze is
that
gonna-
flank, and
this
from
is
there,
gonna be a good money.
Atlanta, a
Money
solid
hill for them.
wave cleared here off the rip, but still 45
Never mind,
points to
Ghosty's
fight
just gonna
for.
come in.
As we
Oh.
said, ones that could change the tide of
Will
this
they
game.
keep it?
It is 2 to start from the new addition in Dan Ghosty. However, from there, Atlanta trying to rebound, but you've got players everywhere. It just feels like for Optic, they continue to
Stay
swarm
alive.
over at that objective, just trying to contest, trying to be annoying.
That was a good. I mean, I have to say it was a good
things over
contest.
at this lobby side.
Yeah, they're just
Atlanta
giving it
will
up.
walk
That's
away
it.
with the scrap,
Very
and
smart.
now we
Very
head toward
smart.
the
Good, good,
kitchen.
good.
Let's step
Let's go.
aside and see
Come on,
how
Optic.
the comms are sounding in a big spot right now with Optic Texas.
Take your time. Hurry. Pull, two hitting through 3 side doors, guys. Oh, 2 side. Two side, one more. I think they're both there. One right in the back.
He's
One off the
screaming.
left side. What's gonna be front? We're spawning out. Two front, one back.
Back door, watch out.
Either side door now. I have side door.
They give me
Pitching
time.
back door.
Yo, what's that? Top it.
No, dude, top bed.
Freezer.
He's alone on time. Just freezer.
Oh, you guys spawned out front. He's going freezer. One's going freezer. I want to go to the back. I'm gonna pick the gun.
Just keep finessing it.
Two on time. Yeah, I'm gonna go freezer.
TV dead.
Side there. Front side.
I stunned him in time.
Come out. Which side? I gotta break this shit. One more side.
Yo, I'm coming, give me a sec.
He's just
He's staking.
I got you. Yo,
Watch that time, MC. Watch that time. There's two. one shot. They're both one shot. Go fast. Go fast. They're both one shot. Go fast.
Dashy. Dashy. Is that Huke screaming?
Might be bottom better. Something or info. Info. Yeah, 2 on new. Got one. Nice. One more main. Main one shot.
Yo, is that
Could be bottom
Huke
bed, by the way.
screaming?
Could be bottom bed.
No,
That's him.
All right, these boys are firing. Jay, like I said, the last
Dude,
time
that's
that you
awesome.
and I casted over Optic on Hotel Hardpoint, it sounded exactly like this when they were taking it to the Gorillas. And right now in the opener, you hear that same level of communication again. The boys are
close,
yelling.
Huke.
They are screaming after every single kill that
That's a
they
big kill,
get.
Shotzzy.
Dashy going
for
on
it.
a
Oh,
run.
oh.
Shotzzy as well. His
No ammo.
opportunity for 5 ends up coming
Like the
to
gun.
a halt, but they can be happy with the lead
We
that
put
they
a
have,
set
but
of
they
bags
still
on
have to
that.
be careful. 30 points gets Atlanta right back in this.
Yeah, 30 points gets Atlanta right back into this. But back to the
Oh,
comms,
man.
You can hear everybody
Yeah, come
roaring.
on, like-
Optic knows
like, I
what
get
they
it,
are
you're
playing
hyped,
for.
but,
A
like,
winner's bracket spot at their
yeah,
own
calm
major.
down a
You
little
don't want to
bit.
start off on losers. And you saw that
Like,
3-piece from
understand what's
Dashy into
going
his
on.
kitchen.
15
Batman came
seconds.
to play
You guys
today.
gotta go to the
Already
next
sitting
hill.
at 25 and 20. Final 15 seconds is going to go in favor of Optic Texas. Closer and closer
See,
to
and
that
they don't even have
250
next
point
hill.
mark. But now off the rotation, Atlanta Faze are going to have more bodies, so they're going to be able to set up properly around this diner hill. Optic, you just got to take your time.
How do they get both?
Wait
How
for
do they
the
get
trades to come in, set
scrap
up the
and
perfect
new?
play.
And that could have been it.
That's
Simp
2 down.
ends up finding the trade, also stays alive. It's going to allow for Dashy to now have to go and hunt for information. However, he's found himself pretty easily inside of the restaurant, a decent spot at that.
We're just
Right now
funneling.
for
That's
Atlanta,
3.
It's just a matter of trying to find these trades. As Shotzzy comes away with 2, Ghosty finds the 3rd, and from there it is another break now for Optic
Simp's
Texas.
gonna try and break
They
it
got
by
a restaurant
flanking.
without a doubt.
That's
held
2.
down, but the streak
Good
comes
job,
in from the
Shotzzy,
top.
getting rid of
Abezy
Simp.
able to utilize that for the break. Atlanta still hanging on.
I don't know if you feel Atlanta, but this feels like the same exact scenario
Good job, Huke.
that we saw
Good job
Optic
with a
Texas
2-piece.
play when
Get on
they
the hill.
played against
Get on the
Atlanta
hill.
Faze the
You only
last
need
time
10.
around.
What are we
It was
doing?
250
Why was no one on the hill?
to
Why was no one on that hill?
The pinch comes in from Abezy,
What
so
the
you're able
fuck?
to get this final 10, but it's all
We were
about
just all
these
watching
gunfights over towards next.
carpet.
There's 2 players from Optic Texas who spawn across the map, so it's the last 2 guys that have to go big. Huke at least gets 1. Now it's all
Easy as
up to
33
Dashy. He
kills.
drops.
Holy shit.
Atlanta Faze, they win that rotation. They should be able to set up.
This is huge. This next gunfight very well could decide the game, especially if Atlanta.
They were
is able to
good
get
with
set
this
up
hill.
firmly
They
inside
were
of
good
the
with this hill last
Cellium has got
rotation.
some trophies. You see Slasher setting up the crossfire on the backside of the map. Huke gets dealt with, and watch that scoreline begin to fly.
Come on,
Abezy now sitting on 6 as we run into a stalemate. Dashy locking down the objective, but it's Abezy.
That's 2 for
who's
2.
on cable, come away with 1. It's a 1v1 now inside of the point.
Dude.
Atlanta holding on as that night, rather as that
Play together.
will land. Atlanta are about to tie the game.
And they can't win here. Atlanta cannot win here. They have to try to
Wow,
chain
they
it
really
towards
can't
P1,
win here.
which has been the hill that Optic Texas have found a lot of success. But ATL, they're finding all the kills in the feed. Optic Texas spawning out towards Beverly.
Make this
They're still
fucking
trying to put
P1,
pressure
man.
on. Only
Oh
5
my
seconds
God.
left towards top plat. Tie game.
Oh,
This is going to be a
this is
photo
an important
finish.
kill. Good
This
trade.
is indeed, it's a 4-point
Come on, don't
game as we
fucking-
fly in for P1. Is this about to be the comeback here for Atlanta Faze? Surely
can't
for
believe we're
Optic
using that.
Texas,
I mean, I
you
guess we can.
cannot squander an opportunity, a chance like this. As here comes the
Dashy
streak.
kills 1.
It's 2 for
6.
1 trade.
Get up.
in
Good kills.
favor of Atlanta.
That's 3 down.
Dashy
Oh,
not
standpoint.
able to come away
Oh,
with
no,
the
could-
view.
okay.
Optic
Oh, my God.
now inside of the point. Abezy ends up getting found out. It's a 1v1. Dashy's able to take it. Back
Come
and
on.
forth we go. Who
Come
can
on.
walk away
Get on the fucking
with
point.
opening hard point?
Get on the
It's gonna
fucking
be free
point.
time. Who's gonna jump in?
Get on the fucking point.
It could be Huke's chance. There you go. Optic Texas. with
Oh
the
my
wildest
goodness.
ending of a hard point that we have seen in a while. Mimicking perfectly the last time we saw these 2 teams.
I
match
love
up.
seeing that. That was a
Last time
good
it was a 2-point
first hard
game.
point. Let me see the
This time
scoreboard.
it's a
Abezy
3-point
was
game. And in both
annihilating us.
occasions, it is Optic winning the hard point, and boy, did
What a
they
fashion.
need that opener, Jay.
Yeah, they
Good
do.
God.
Oh my God, Lando. What a photo finish to that map number 1.
Lando almost sounds like Maven.
Kind of scramble.
About aggression in round 1. Get the bomb down, chow out. Cellium loses a big gunfight there versus Dashy, but thankfully for him, he's got Abezy to back him up.
Yeah, that's just a perfect play call right there from Atlanta Faze. They know that early into this map, especially in round number 1, there's no trophy systems to work with. So you use your tax to open up that site. No one's in there. You get the bomb down. You play the 4v4 retake. And both of these guys are stellar. On some LSELO search and destroy at getting the first blood. That time around, it was Cellium to start it off. Eventually leads to Atlanta Faze taking the first round.
We'll see how Optic Texas attempts to reply. It's Huke and Dashy, the only ones finding kills in that opener. Abezy,
oh, man.
to talk about it, First Blood King, and showing the reason why he firmly holds on to that title. No sign of losing that crown anytime soon. Answers for the first, Shotzzy out of the fight, and from there, Optic Texas have to stall the push.
So now in the 3v4 situation, Huke's at least able to even the numbers, making it 3v3 by taking down Abezy.
Forever.
So you have a lot of time to work with. Do they decide to wrap this bomb over towards B? That might be the play cause. Dead Silence is invested from Huke.
This is free.
To be able to get this bomb plant down for free. Now it's going to force Atlanta Faze to retake in a 3v3 situation.
I love that call. See how it works out. We talk so often about with bomb down on attack. A few opportunities squandered yesterday versus New York. Can they right the ship this time?
Oh, you're gonna get another
versus
one.
Atlanta. Ghosty making things that much easier. He's
big kill.
On Slasher. Easy gunfight there for the Rook. As now it is all on to Simp. 1v3, 25 seconds
you hear
to
him?
go. And he will get
heard him.
cleaned up. Ghosty going big at the end.
That's just good work right there from Optic. Even after getting first blooded, Huke finds that kill onto Abezy. And then no hesitation on the rotation towards B-bomb. You get that bomb down. You have Ghosty, who's playing that solo island player. Catches the last 3 players from Atlanta Faze off that rotation. And is able to close out the round with 3 kills. Optic tied up at 1 now.
And like we said yesterday, I mean, so many opportunities that were squandered on the Fortress S&D versus New York. They had the bomb down. It was a 97 win percent that they allowed to go the opposite direction twice. That time, as we said, righting the wrongs. The series from yesterday. It's aggression to start off this round, but it's 2 Optic Texas players who are ultimately traded. And the N for 1 of Atlanta Faze, they're only adding on it that much more. Shotzzy once more out of the fight. Ghosty, who was the superstar to kick off, rather to end out that round number 2, now has got to do it all in round 3. 1v3 to boot. Thankfully, he does have the weapon of choice. Team Slasher to start.
Oh, big kill to take down Slasher. Now you are getting a couple sound cues to where a location of another enemy is. Time is starting to tick. Simp just wants to stay alive, and that's good work to at least play your life in that situation. 20 seconds left. Ghosty at least has to find one to try to hop this bomb.
How about the snap? They're on to Cellium. The positive, though, for Atlanta is not only do you had 2 players alive, but you had 3. Simp can just play the time. Good looks there out of Ghosty. I'll tell you what, man, I think I want to see the Vaznev in his hands more often.
Hey, he's got the snap, man. Basically the flex player for this team. If you're going to whip out a 3rd SMG, I'd definitely rather have Ghosty with it than Dashy, because we know what kind of AR presence Dashy does bring to the roster. You don't want that guy to switch weapons whenever he gets that opportunity. But Atlanta Faze find another first blood. That's so far 3 on the map. They take full control of bottom mid. They get the bomb down. And they play the clock beautifully to close out the round. Now up 2-1.
And to touch on it, Jay, I mean, what do you think has been the biggest method of success for Atlanta Faze, right? Why is this particular team on this winning streak right now?
The reason why is because their SMGs have no hesitation when it comes to their plays. And then when your ARs are left in clutch situations, Cellium is going to hold down the power position. Slash is going to wait for his dead silence to hit that pinch. They just have a great coordination on team plays when you talk about S&D.
By Cell.
Speaking of coordination, take a look at player number 8, Slasher. Finding himself on the flank. Normally, as you said, it's the SMGs hitting the routes. This time, it is Litigo.
Yeah,
as you can see for Atlanta.
Top.
Making a bit of noise, Shotzzy. However, he will answer with aggression. Who ends up finding on to Simp, and so Slasher, he's trying to get here. But his SMG so fallen, so the pinch basically is no longer one.
Why would you do that, you bomb?
No, not gonna happen, Huke. The fast reactions there on the Slasher, as we said, was waiting for the longest time to come away with the pinch. However, his SMGs will fall. Huke is styling and Optic answer back end 2-2.
You should play with
your
team.
So far, all attacking rounds. This time, Optic Texas were able to start off the engagement and find that first blood. With Shotzzy working his way up the middle of the map to take down Abezy. big player to take down because Abezy can cause you some problems. So Shotzzy takes care of him. Simp tries to go for the trade. Huke finds the second. And eventually they close out the round by finding a final couple of kills. Optic Texas tie it up at 2. Like I said, it's been all attacking so far.
About to start from Huke again, man. 6 and 2. He's got those new settings. He's feeling great. Funniest thing, man, is that he's number 2 and number 3 in KD this season.
Lately,
Search and Destroy. And his stint with LAG and so far with Optic Texas, above a 2 on both of those lineups. Obviously, LSC Search Destroy. It is just fit his playstyle so
wow, Dashy's fucking
the
sniping.
crack of the whip as we see Dashy pull up the sniper for the first time. Able to find one onto Abezy. However, after that, it's been all Atlanta. Shotzzy eventually makes his presence felt as he goes for the quick flank. Bomb is going to be down, and Shotzzy did not spot Slasher.
Oh, I don't think Slasher spotted him either, so Shotzzy still has that dead silence. He can potentially work on a deep flank, and the timing might work out perfectly. You got to get this kill before Slasher's going to get the Qs, but he's going to be able to find it. Makes it a 1v1, can't win it. Oh.
Maybe if you like chilled out for like 2 seconds.
It was a square up at the
I hate
end.
to
I
say
thought
it.
for a moment, Jay, like we saw Shotzzy in that first little angle. Didn't see Slasher, just catches the corner of him. And I love a fight like this. You got both players in the same spot on the opposite sides of the map. Simp versus Shotzzy. And it is Simp who is able to take it in just that little gunfight. Now has elevated Atlanta Faze to a round in response. It has just been round after round. It's Atlanta, Optic, and now Atlanta again, up 3 rounds to 2. Simp sitting on the 3 spree. We'll see if he can increase that and maybe start to threaten for a few streaks.
Yeah, Simp's just trying to be the guy. Just gives the information to
Optic's
his team.
doing
How they're
exactly
going to try
what
to bleed
Faze is doing.
on this play. Last round, it was Slasher to go on a deep flank. This time, it's Abezy. He finds that first one onto Dashy. Now they can set up the vice grip, put them in the trap, but at least Ghosty's able to take down Simp 3v3 now.
You can see what Atlanta is trying to do. With that flank, they're just trying to keep them all inside of roughly the same position. And we know with Duril yesterday, you can absolutely shoot through some of these walls, the couch included. Cellium looking to try to find that. Time continues to tick away. Ghosty's at least able to answer for one. Cellium gets involved in the fight now. It is all down to Shotzzy. Position, no, but he gets out of dodge. And with that, he can play with the objective as that is going to be all he has to rely on. One player is going to be on the defuse. He has to make a run, but Slasher is on it. Can Shotzzy get here in time? Goes for the Dolphin.
Oh, okay.
No, he does not. So close. Finds both kills, but
Really smart by Faze.
laughing their way to a defuse. Jay, that was just milliseconds away.
Shotzzy almost just made the play, Lando. He almost made the play because Atlanta Faze, they knew that the bomb was planted for stretch. Yeah, that small moment. That small moment going through side doors eventually what cost him. Wonder if he does decide to go for that dive, able to put his gun up a little bit quicker. He's able to take him down, but Atlanta Faze, no hesitation on the defuse, able to take the first defensive round. Now go up 4-2.
Shotzzy a little frustrated quickly. Gets into that gunfight versus Slasher, says, we'll make this one count. But as we know, so far, it just feels like every time a team has got a first blood, it has been quickly traded.
That's good.
And right now for Faze, they do have quite a bit of arrows established to make that bomb rotation into that B site.
We just have 2 people on.
One man is here,
on
and
A.
that's going to be Dashy. You see Abezy
Come on,
hasn't yet spotted
start going
him,
a little
however,
faster, dude. Like,
isn't able to come away with
why
anything,
are we just
despite
fucking waiting? Like, I get it, we're like looking everywhere. We can get there faster.
To make the retake.
Oh, but Huke at least finds it. That first kill with the nade. They get the information that both players into the site. This is an SMG battle.
Wow.
Shotzzy makes it a 1v1.
Wow.
1v1, and it's going to be Huke this time, who's able to come out on top.
That's
it has
crazy
been
that
an
we won
SMG
this.
square
That's crazy that we won that.
in so many of these rounds. Just a few ago, it was Simp versus Shotzzy. This time, it is Huke, who's able to come away with the swing round for the team. As they are able to make it now 4 rounds to 3. Optic staying in it.
That's a very, very big round right there from Optic Texas. I thought once Dashy puts himself in that position towards back rocks, if he just simply does not shoot off the first play at any spots, he has the potential to make the play happen and pick up all 3 kills. But once he gets taken down, it was all on Huke finding that first kill onto Cellium, making it a 2v2, and then trapping the last 2 players from Atlanta Faze in towards the site. Played it patient, worked out perfectly. Optic take the round, now down 4-3.
Take a look at Abezy. Hitting the routes again. Shotzzy aware 1v goes for the dolphin dive, but it does not matter. Abezy, as we said, it's come down to so many 1v1 fights. Abezy escapes with 1 HP as Simp will do damage on the other side of the map. Shotzzy and Huke are nullified, but Dashy at least able to make that man count look a little bit better. Bomb is down 2v3.
2v3. Slasher pops that dead silence to work this deep flank. You get the information onto Dashy. You're able to pick up that kill. Simp is already on the bomb. Ghosty not gonna check it. And Atlanta Faze are able to take that round. Now puts them at game point. But you got to think about how that round started, man. That first one was so crucial from Abezy, taking down Shotzzy with all the information he was able to pick up on. He knows that there was only one player in towards the site. They find that trade. They instantly hop the bomb. Ghosty has nothing to work with. Atlanta Faze put themselves now at game point.
Yeah, I mean, not only, if Shotzzy's able to win that fight, as we said, Abezy escapes with 1 health. If Shotzzy wins that fight, not only does he take down the first one in Abezy, but he also gets information that Slasher is making that flank. He at least slows down progress from half of Atlanta Faze in that round.
3-5 and you have a fucking sniper out?
As we said, so many little fights.
Like, no one to put it away.
Down to the scoreline that we see for the moment. 5 rounds to 3 in favor of Atlanta Faze. Can Dashy Sniper be the difference?
No.
As Cellium able to take him down. Dashy has got the long-range weapon, and he wasn't even able to see MC. Huke, 1v4. Can he pull off something crazy and keep this game going? White flag, by no means out. Gets a bit of info, but the same thing can be said for Atlanta. Cellium!
Oh, this guy is on crack.
Taken down. 2 more to go.
Reload.
Now it's a 1v2, and you have dead silence to work with. So Huke is definitely in a position to make this clutch happen. He's just gonna go for the challenge.
Imagine that happened.
Abezy able to close out the search and destroy for Atlanta Faze.
Like, get rid of the fucking
Huke
sniper.
Almost made that possible though, man. He almost got it done. But Atlanta Faze close out the search, and they extend that S&D win streak to 12 now.
Good God. Atlanta Faze come away with the dub. I'll tell you what, man, that was wild. I know that, obviously you can critique the way that he challenges in that 1v2, but it's just Huke's play style, man. Just to go for the chow, it is absurd. Or can Atlanta Faze
let's go.
Right the wrongs? We will see as we jump in here for game number 3, the swing mode indeed. It is Optic Texas starting things off on attack as they've got their sights set at that zone off the rip.
And that's a beautiful break off right there from Optic.
Yeah.
They sent 2 players through mid, 2
like
players
we
through
didn't even
bedroom.
fucking look.
They find that first kill and
oh my
already
God, big
completed
kill.
that first swing and over towards B. They only
Big
have
kill.
2 players on the point, so it's not going to go as fast. But they're finding all the kills. Atlanta Faze only have 1 player left in this position. It's going to be Abezy. He has to try to go big with attack in hand. He finds 1. The trade is not there. And that's going to be already done.
Well done.
B point out the way. Optic doing exactly what they need to do already on the attacking side.
Well, okay. I was gonna say Abezy's flanking.
Yeah,
He's
but now
going
they're
to his
just getting.
teammates, guys. I'm on the
Now
flank.
it's the
They're
same
like,
amount of kills.
You're
though.
the only one. He's like, wait, what? What just happened? Absurd stuff from Optic off the rip as they make that B zone theirs in nearly record time. And now, I'm gonna tell you what, man. We've seen some crazy comebacks happen, or rather, crazy holds happen from the defensive sides, but we know it, right? And once you're in that A zone, you start to get a few bodies. You get those close spawns. It is definitely not going to be an easy next minute and 40 seconds for Faze.
Definitely not. Just have to make sure you're slaying, hold
Don't
down
even
that
try and go
kitchen
for
control.
that. Yeah, come on. Don't even try and go for it.
Players that are watching the pinch, just
Bro,
play
you
your
can't even
life
get
as
to
long
him.
as you can, because you know the pressure is going to come in from the back end. And Shotzzy's working his way all the way through the backside of Jules. He's trying to spot Slasher with a great angle, trying to go for the nade. Not going to be able to connect, but he does get that information. This can potentially cause Slasher some problems, but he shuts down both players. Both players get shut down towards the flank, and that's already the first push shut down on the side of Optic.
Oh my God. Shout out to the Observer team for that one. Slasher continuing to be a menace.
Seriously,
you can
man.
See what that one gunfight
Oh, they're
does.
both
Slasher was
fucking.
on a
Dude, we're just
sliver
funneling.
of HP.
What happened? We were doing so well,
from there, he
and now we
begins
just
to
lost
roll.
all momentum.
Now on 4 in a row, eventually checked. But that moment
We're just
right
trading
there
1 for
stole
1
so
right now.
much time from Optic.
Not
Texas.
even.
Now 45 seconds to work with. It's a 2-man army looking to make the flank at the same time. Simp behind enemy lines, looking to cause some chaos himself. Faze up big in terms of the lives. However, for Optic, their first opportunity to put a body, to put some feet inside of that objective, but it's quickly answered with another slasher kill.
Yeah, this is a big situation. If Optic can find a couple kills, Dashy and Shotzzy combined for 2, but you still have to worry about Abezy, who's maintaining kitchen control. Only 20 seconds left on the round, 15-9 and lives remaining. Optic have one more good push. It all starts with this gunfight. Abezy's able to win it, and at least the trade is there. Now Optic have full control of kitchen. Ghosty flies through connector. They can stack this point.
Big.
They absolutely can. Simp, he goes
Big kill, big kill.
Any kill would be huge. He eventually drops, but it's a team kill. It is a team kill, so that zone will not move as fast.
Ghosty has 3 team kills across, you know, twice on hardpoint, 1 to destroy now. Oh, good job, man. Good job.
Will be a
Good first round one.
victory for Optic. Goodness sake, Jay, it felt like they could not jump in. They finally get their window of opportunity, and they seize it. Wild, wild stuff again.
It all started with that kitchen control. Huke finds himself on the backside of kitchen. He's able to take down both players. Now at that point, you're giving Optic the opportunity to just sprint right on forward to get on towards the point. But it's not only Huke's 2 kills, it's Ghosty flying through connector, winning that huge one-on-one, which relieves all the pressure on the side of Atlanta fans. They spawn all the way across the map. You get that kill, you stack the point, you close it out. Optic able to close it out in the final 10 seconds to take the very first round.
History.
It's looking similar.
Optic
already.
It's looking similar.
3 attacking victories. It was 5 for 5 in
Anything you can
attacks
do,
when
I
these
can do
last 2
better.
teams matched up in the major 2 qualifiers. And as we said, history on history. Atlanta Faze trying to do the exact same. And we see 7 straight attacking round wins between these 2 rosters here in Hotel Control. It's already off to a great start here for Faze as they walk away with a few final kills. Cellium is going to be contested, so he drops.
Wow.
A 1v1 win for Shotzzy. You can see how close Atlanta was to wiping away that point. And given their spawns, they'll now focus their attention at A and really just try to stop that clock.
Yeah, you already got 2 segments over towards that B point. So now let's get A out of the way, but you have to find a couple kills. Huke and Dashy combined for 2. There's now only 2 players left in towards the diner. They're just trying to contest
Big
it.
kills.
Huke with the snakes, able to line up the first
Wow,
with the tag.
dude is so fast right now.
Force Abezy to get off the point. They take care of him. But while they were putting a lot of pressure over towards A, the last 2 players from Atlanta Faze are able to close out towards B. So now extending time by a minute. Optic have to hold the defensive strong at A for 2 minutes now.
They do indeed. Oh, interesting situation that Ghosty finds himself in. I was going to say Slasher in the inverse spot from where he was last round. In such a pesky player on the defensive side, and now it is Ghosty who is here to hold down this angle with the tack. He's got 3 players to deal with. How can he handle it?
That's 3 dead.
That's
3 dead.
Like him to. Finds 2, gets the comms on the 3rd. Dan Ghosty locking the spawn
kill,
zone.
man.
Oh, Dan Ghosty holding on the flank, and Huke still putting pressure in towards kitchen. But with that trade coming in, now there's only 2 players left on this side of the map for Optic Texas. You are getting a close one, at least for 1 player in Huke. But these gunfights are going to be big. You have to win the trade battle. Huke and Dashy started off. Ghosty finds the 3rd. Now there's only 1 player left here. It's going to be Abezy. Abezy does take him down. But now it's all on the shots.
Stay alive with your
picking
team.
up the kills. The close spawn's still coming in for Optic. They're able to flood right back on it.
Guaranteed some interesting spawns for Atlanta.
People really just do not like Freezer.
Spawn close in kitchen. Meanwhile, the other 3 over toward parking. So it is going to establish another pinching opportunity here from Faze. But it's Shotzzy and Huke almost at the exact same time win those gunfights. So that is 1 lane clear to pinch. By no means is going to be established. Slasher, we'll see what he can do. Last time he was thwarted by Ghosty. This time it is by Dashy. 25 seconds to go. Faze, can they finally get a break?
Faze need a break. They do the same exact thing that Optic just did, but no, the pitch comes in for Shotzzy. Ties it perfectly with that dead silence. Takes down 2. Huke finds the 3rd. He finds the last player off, which is going to be Slasher. And now you see those spawns for Atlanta Faze all the way across the map. This is going to be a defensive win for Optic Texas to now put themselves in a commanding 2-0 lead, man.
I mean, it doesn't get much better than this. It does not get much better than this. Obviously, you're up 2-0. Even if we get to a round 5, I mean, you're up 6-3 currently in segments. You're about to add on to that coming into this next round. and they just outslayed heavy as well, Jay. I mean, we may not even see, obviously, a round number 5, but just the way that you've started off this game, you have already put yourself in the best situation possible, not just to close it out early, but in case we do happen to extend ourselves a little bit further. Goodness sake. Optic have answered back so far in the control. So far, they have been absolutely deadly here in the respawns. And Shotzzy does fall off of that spree. We'll see if Optic can close it out here, man. Can they just continue to win attacks versus Faze?
They're putting a lot of pressure over towards B as well. You do have one player in Simp going for the super long flank. Gonna flank his way all the way towards top bedroom. So he's going to be able to at least take one player down. Great pitch comes in. He's able to eliminate both and shut down that early pressure over towards B, only allowing one segment. But now you got to make your way all the way across the map. You know that the spawns for Optic Texas are going to be all towards kitchen. So what can Abezy do in that position? He eventually gets dropped. So Optic Texas are able to get on that point, stop that clock.
It's the biggest focus, obviously, as we've seen so far. It's about getting that objective captured quick, whether it be or whether at A hotel offers you a myriad of opportunities. Optic Texas seizing that right now inside of the restaurant. A few close spawns, and then Slasher instantly takes down one. He eventually does get found out, and now here comes a bit of contest from Atlanta Faze. They've got players coming in from multiple directions. The same thing can be said for Shotzzy, but as the dust settles,
why am I not seeing
another
Filthy
big
anymore?
gunfight one for Bruce, the only player nearby. Will basically guarantee that that objective will be captured. Extra minute added on to the clock, and all the weight now falling on Atlanta Faze.
Yeah, Atlanta Faze now have to set up around that B point. Want to make sure you're maintaining over towards bedroom side. They only have one player in that position, which is going to be Slasher. He eventually does get sniffed out. So with Shotzzy picking up that kill, Dashy's now going to spawn towards back plant. You have to win these gunfights. If you are Abezy, he gets snapped up by Ghosty. And now Optic have the pressure. They can close it out right now.
3-0.
Yeah, they're getting those close spawns as well.
That
You
would
see
be
player
so
number 3 in Huke.
convincing.
He's going to try to go for the cutoff. You've got a great situation set up.
Kills.
That's going to be 2 ticks.
One more tick.
To go
One more
before
tick.
this game is already done. Shotzzy and Huke trying to clear the way. Oh, it's a 1v1.
Minute 30, it's
Simp
okay, you got
able
plenty
to
of
delay
time.
for now and keep Atlanta Faze's hopes alive. If that 1v1 goes differently, Jay, that could have been game right there.
Oh, yeah. If he wins that gunfight, the close spawn's coming for Optic Texas, and then eventually the stack can come in. They would have been able to close out the game, but big gunfight from Simp. So now extend this game a little bit longer. Now Optic are trying to set up the perfect play, trying to work their way all the way through the backside. They find it. It's
important not to just waste these like this.
Slasher. They can't take him down. They're trying to take care of him. They do a great job of doing so. And now this is where you have to gun up. You have to iron up. You have to play for these kills if you are Atlanta.
Oh, man.
Oh, Dashy
no.
Escapes with 1 HP. Optic Texas currently with numbers, and as we said, it is just one more segment. Are they about to lock this one up right now? Is it about to be a 3-0 in the control? And yes,
Let's go, man.
Let's
go.
Flawless on attacks versus Faze. And that is
Damn.
how you answer. That is how you reply.
Dude, it looks like Huke is drinking from
A shocker here
like
in
one of those
game
giant soap
number
bottles.
3. The mode Optic has been struggling on mightily.
awesome.
About the defending and even the first bloods. They have some crazy KDs as well on that Mercado S&D, but we got to get to some Mercado hardpoint first. This is a map that usually Atlanta Faze do find themselves a lot of success. But the only team that tends to take them down on this is 100% that LA Thieves roster. And the reason why it causes them problems is because LA Thieves, they win their rotations and they're able to set up properly and also find breaks. So if you are Optic Texas, the best rotation team on this map, but they struggle in their breaks, you can't fall short. You have to make sure when you're rotating, you're putting yourself in the best possible setup you can with 30 to 25 seconds.
We know we've seen some very, very punishing hardpoint
We're
performances
on hill, which is like
from
the
Atlanta
best.
Faze here on Mercado.
Oh,
They get
good
going.
fucking reads.
We could very well be seeing a game 5 faster than we think. But to kick off this hardpoint so far, it has been Optic Texas with 22 uncontested points. Right now for Atlanta, they're looking to make their way up the right side of the map. Shotzzy, realizing such, bends the back gun up, trying to play for P2. The Money Hill up next. However, he's got 2 more players left to go. Trying to hit the nice movement as the battles will look to begin. Atlanta in a 3 versus 4. What can they make?
Goodness.
Shotzzy over the top.
Oh my goodness.
Yes, he will.
I don't even know what to do. They're just like, how is this guy just kissing me?
Optic will hold on to Cantina.
And that's beautiful patience right there from Shotzzy. To not get a little bit overzealous and go for that ego chow towards top flat. He waits for the pinch to come in, but eventually sets up the break for Optic Texas to win that rotation over towards Cantinas. But now Atlanta Faze are putting a lot of pressure over towards Hedge. All of Optic know exactly where they're coming from. This has been a flawless start to this hard point as they are cutting them all down.
You can see it right now for Huke. He just picked up the tag. He says this thing works pretty well. Dashy on a beamer right now toward top Cantina. This is about to be a flawless start to this hard point. Quickly from
but we
Texas,
did
20
this
seconds
last
to
time.
go. And Atlanta Faze,
Like we,
understandably
I think we,
so, are
we
just
came
gonna
like the
have to
first
rotate.
3
They just
hills,
have to go
and
for
it
the
still
rotation.
came out to
And
like
now,
that last
you
kill.
cannot afford to lose this. Faze already, Jay. They need a reply and a big one at that.
Yeah, they need a full 60 hold. Right on towards the 10 hill. They are getting a couple close spawns toward the backside of that alley. But it's all about the setup. And Optic Texas is so far putting a lot of pressure on the map. You're going to see Abezy spawn all the way out towards gas, but his teammates do a great job of finding all the kills in the feed. Able to shut down that first rush from Optic Texas. As now they're going to be forced to push through back alley, push through dark, and Simp's ready for it.
Dip is ready. However, the trades are in. 40 seconds still to fight for. Abezy able to dolphin dive, stay alive, remain with his team that now will open up the opportunity for Slasher to walk away with a few kills. Texas's heads are turned, and Slasher strikes again, runs out of ammo, but surely it's Ghosty that's going to be traded, and yes, he will. Atlanta Faze, they needed every single second, and they have got it.
Slasher's
Very
doing
much
well.
so back in this game, but now the rotation, the headbutt that's about to go down in Barbershop.
Why would you go after that?
These opening fights. Slasher again trying to lead the
Slasher's
way.
good timing right there.
Slasher.
Dash.
Oh,
And a little bit of help of
Shotzzy,
Dashy
sorry.
is able to put them now in the trade advantage. He's just going to push their way right through back alley. You're going to have one player in Shotzzy spawn all the way across the map. So he's trying to find the player that's coming off of Ode. But so far, Optic, 3 stacked in towards the hill. Dashy with the tag 56, doing it up close and
What
personal.
the fuck?
Can't find the kill. Cellium trades with 2, but Optic still
What are we
hold on. Close spawns here for Atlanta, though.
What are we doing?
Oh my God, this is just wild.
Who just
Hardpoint
jumped
so
on the
far.
wall and
Abezy
was like,
eventually breaks in, but how about the fights that are won from both Dashy and Cellium? Crazy gunfights in close quarters there with the tack as Faze getting some much needed seconds right now here in Barbershop. Abezy able to win that fight. And as the final 20 will come to a close, Atlanta Faze will tie up the game.
Oh, it's great work from Atlanta to find that break over towards Barber, but now it's going to force Optic Texas off that rotation. This is where you had 20 seconds to put yourself in the best setup, but look at the close spawn. It actually comes in for Slasher towards back 10. So do they read his positioning as now Atlanta Faze trying to break through the back end?
Oh, Shotzzy is able to find him. I was getting ready to say, as you
that's
called him,
good.
and Slasher in a very valuable spot. He ends up getting taken down, and now Optic, they've got a full-on setup here.
You know, he was looking
Cellium
out there.
eventually drops in the back. Thankfully,
Yeah,
at least it's a nade to kick
too.
things off. However, trades on trades. Dashy able to clean up a bit of work in the backside, and from there, Texas, they've got this position. They are having a few players spawning out toward middle, so this is delaying Atlanta. It is also not allowing for Optic Texas to have all that many numbers inside of the point, but they win their ones, and from there, Shotzzy has got a streak now moving into Cantina once more. It's a great opportunity.
Oh,
man. Abezy for free, and now they've got a close spawn. Shotzzy and Dashy, they are here.
I gotta
This
start
is where
using
Optic
that
is starting to
spot.
pull away with this game. You just have to win these gunfights to win this rotation over towards top Cantinas. It's now all of Atlanta Faze putting pressure on through the back alley. But there's only 3 players here from Optic, and every single player finds a kill. The
let's
last
go.
player in Slasher, he drops. And what a perfect chain from Optic Texas from 10 towards
If we win,
Cantinas. Is now
we
going to
make
force Atlanta
bracket.
Faze to try to
And if we
execute a
make
break
bracket,
on one of the money
that
hills on
means
Mercado Hardpoint.
we're probably-
Optic is growing this lead more
I mean, like,
and more
Faze
as
isn't number
time
1
goes.
seed.
Shotzzy unfortunately does get turned on, and the break comes in for Atlanta.
And Jay, there's still 40 seconds. I mean, there's still 40
Yeah.
seconds for Faze to have. I was getting ready to say.
Oh, man.
that could be the
What
hard
the-
point
I started
that
talking for
pretty
2
much
seconds, and we
ends
just
out
get
this
wiped.
series. And right on cue, Faze able to stay alive. 20 seconds still left at Cantina, and Ghosty wants it. Right now for the Rook, they're trying to set up for new and be prepared for the parking lot, but Faze able to make quick work of him. Still down in this game, but boy, does that lead look that much better.
Good
As they'll
kill,
be down by
Shotzzy.
20 coming into this next hill. Can Texas hold once more, or is it going to be more chaos? I'm definitely assuming it is going to be the latter. Chaos indeed.
They're gonna
Texas
get a
here
lot of-
early. Can Faze make the
Oh
break?
man, they're funneling that.
Yeah,
They're
Texas here
funneling
early.
that.
It was good work out of Dashy and Ghosty to find those initial 2 kills when a teammate spawned
said
all the
he
way
knows.
across the map. But it's Atlanta Faze with pressure through
Good.
every single angle. Are
No
able
one's
to
on
find
point.
3 kills. Last player up is going to be Shotzzy. You take care of him. You're able to get on that time. And now with your teammates spawning over towards back alley, you know exactly where Optic are coming from. It's all about these gunfights. 30 seconds remaining and towards the parking lot.
Yep, Faze are aware. They know exactly where every angle of a player going to be coming from, and when you're trying to make your way through this side of the map, it is just so difficult. Such long
Oh please.
lanes of sight. As Huke eventually does get involved in the
Oh,
fight.
well done.
Is able to
Beautiful
make the break
repitch.
too. You will take that time, obviously, if you're Texas, but
Yeah.
Atlanta did a good job off the start to at
P1
least not
next, so
allow
it's not like they have to
that
run a
hard
lot.
point to be a full 60 as we reset and fly back in now for the second side of rotations. 181 to 145. It's going to be a battle for the bottom
Oh,
side of the map
man.
once more, my friend.
Oh yeah, that's what it all comes down to, fighting for this green control. Not really soaking up a lot of this P1 time because you're thinking big picture. You want to get that better side for the next
Shotzzy
hill.
has streaks.
And so far, Optic are doing a great job of just slaying out to hold this positioning. Now they're able to get on towards P1. Shotzzy just finessing
I
around
love the
towards
reach
back
out.
alley, finds another kill. They're putting them in the
That's
trap
why
right
I
now.
hate
If you
the
are Atlanta,
fucking
you
knife.
gotta break out.
You go
And
to,
they do a great job. They
swap,
find all 3
and
kills.
just like,
and now
I'm
the
just gonna
swarms are gonna
knife
flip.
first.
This is the best case scenario right now for Atlanta.
Every time Atlanta Faze is in a spot where they cannot allow for another kill to go the opposite direction, they end up finding
what?
that timing, and now they are the ones who are in the more preferred spot. Optic Texas have reached 190, but for Atlanta, this hard point last time around is what got Texas such a massive lead, and now it could come back to bite them. Faze flipped the map on its head, and now they've got a chance to bring this one back. Toward the back alley we go. Cellium,
All right, come on.
turret like eventually drops.
Come on.
Oh
my!
It's Dashy and
Let's go.
Shotzzy who are able to lead the way as they jump back in themselves, taking it effortlessly.
That's beautiful work from Optic. Great coordination for everyone to attack through back alley. You win those trades, you find the opening, then you take down the last
that
player
was
on
big.
towards the point. They get the break.
Good job.
One of the money hills on Mercado hardpoint as Shotzzy flies around, finds
We don't win
2.
off this,
And
but
with
this
only
is really
25
good.
seconds left. Now you're going to force Atlanta Faze. The 2 players that are here have to contest this, but everybody else has to rotate. And there's a couple players from Optic trying to cause them problems already.
They are indeed. Ghosty, he could pretty much guarantee the game right here. As Huke goes flying forward, he's now out of the fight, and that's going to halt Ghosty's progress. So Faze able to stay alive. Scrap points awarded to Optic Texas. What's the number going to be? 238 to 158. One break is all it takes, and it could
Yeah, you gonna
be
thread that needle?
off of this streak, Jay.
Is there
the
somewhere?
streak
There
is used for
is.
the
There's,
information.
wow, I didn't know there was a roof.
He's trying to let
Wow,
your teammates know
that was
exactly
it.
where they're coming from, but there's no trophy. No trophy. Shotzzy finds the kill. Huke finds another. Last player on the point is Abezy. He goes big. He finds 2. It's
Dude,
all
no
on
way
Abezy.
he gets
He's still
all
staying
3
alive. He finds all 4. Oh my God.
Fuck, dude.
How in the world
What did we
Abezy
just
stay
do?
alive? Shotzzy threaded the needle, but Abezy takes out the entire team. And with that, Texas a bit terrified, a bit dazed, realizing that that score did not improve based off of that hill. But still, 12 more points
kill.
to go. Can Texas close it
Come
out
on.
now?
You fucking
It's 12
finish
more
it up
points.
now.
Just got to put yourself in the best setup you possibly can to hold down towards Barbers. You are getting those spawns.
This is really good that you're up top.
Fall into the hands of the player that's sitting in towards
Really
top.
good
Their
you're
team
up
is
top.
cutting these players
Oh.
down. This is it. Optic got a hold.
And they managed to do it. Simp, the first line of defense. Can he jump in? No, he does not.
4 points.
5 more points. Is this going to be it for Texas? They
Big
fight
kills.
3. They fight 4. And there you go.
Let's go.
Bound.
Let's go.
Optic Texas
Let's
comes
go.
away with
Don't
the
say
dub.
that. Don't.
And have your
Wait, it's 10
moment.
kills? Who got 10
Ghosty.
kills?
Have your moment, Texas. To
Wow.
talk all
They're
the
like, we are
smack that
not
you want.
starting in losers at our own major. That is not happening.
Beating Atlanta Faze again. It's becoming a hobby at this point. 2-0 on the season, and with that, Optic Texas now have
Where's
another
Dashy?
life come major time.
What a performance from Optic Texas,
10.
man. Talking about the roster change at the beginning of this stage, it's been up and down. You get a win, you get a loss, you get a win, you get a loss. But the most important one
I understand.
came in this
He
series
won when he had
versus
only 10
Atlanta
kills.
Faze.
Like,
You have to get this W to secure that winner's bracket at your own major. And they come out
doesn't
today.
seem like Ghosty did
playing
that much.
Absolutely lights out in all the respawns.
You only got
Clutch up
10
at the
kills? That's
very
crazy.
end of these games. They fix the fundamentals going into today. And they get it done in 4, man.